What's up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel, Sugar Salon TV. So I promised you guys I was going to be making more tutorials, and so look for that. I'm going to be doing some live models at some point, but just trying to let my legs heal from all these years of doing hair. So for now, I'm doing it on a mannequin. So right now, I'm making a wig. So I call this a wig cap. You know, other stylists may call it something different, but for me, I call it just a wig cap. And the reason I call it that, because I'm actually gonna just glue the hair on. I'm not sewing the hair on, I'm gonna glue it on. So you guys, what you see on your screen is a dome cap, D-O-M-E cap, wig cap, dome wig cap. And the dome wig cap that I use, if you go in the beauty supply, your local beauty supply store, and you will see that what I had up on the screen, the dome cap. And I use the dome cap number 5027. So that is 5027. If you look in the top right hand corner of that, you will see the number 5027. That way you will know which dome cap to buy, because when you get in a beauty supply store, they're gonna have all different kinds. So you wanna use the dome cap 5027, and mine has X large on it, and which is extra large. And you guys, my head is small, but you're going to use extra large. Now you guys, I'm starting to lay these tracks in. So what you basically want to do is you want to start measuring out the track. So pretty much you just, you'll see what I'm doing. Right now I have the video kind of on slow because I'm trying to make this kind of beginner friendly. I mean, there is an option that's on YouTube that you can speed it up, but I'm gonna speed it up at some point. But just starting off, just to get to the basics, or through the basics rather, I want to make this kind of user friendly, beginner friendly rather. So I use this is the glue I always use that I'm showing you. And so you can also get that in your local beauty supply. So there it is right up on the screen, you guys. You can get that in Sally's or in your local beauty supply store. It's not hard to find at all. So as I mentioned, I got the video pretty slow. I'm about to speed it up in a second, but just trying to give you guys a gist of what I'm doing, so this can be a beginner friendly version. Again, I call this a wig cap because I'm just gluing the hair on. It's very DIY, meaning you can do it yourself when you may want just a wig to put on, or you want to change up your look or something like that. Pretty easy to do. So I start off in the back. This is the back that I'm starting in. So I just pretty much, you guys, I measure out where I want to put the hair at, where I want to lay the track at, of course. And then I cut the track. It's that simple. And then I put the glue on the track. That glue that I showed you, that I put up on screen, that I told you you can get at your local beauty supply store. Or Sally's. I think Sally's Beauty Supply may have this. I'm not totally sure, but I know they have it at your local beauty supply store. You just put the glue on. That's all you do on the track. Be careful, because that glue, it's a liquid, of course, so it gets everywhere. Then you just glue it on. If you see any glue like you see there on the cap, no worries, because it's black glue and it'll dry up, so it won't be visible once it dries. So then you just take your blow dryer and you blow it. Now, a couple of other things I have that you may not have at home. I have a tripod which you can see I have that. I also have the mannequin head that I'm making the wig on. Another step that I did not show you guys is the head that you make the wig on. You might want to put a plastic cap underneath it, because if you don't, all the glue is going to seep through the cap. It's going to seep through the dome cap, and it's going to get on the mannequin head or whatever type head you decide that you're going to make the wig on. You can even make it on one of those styrofoam heads too, but you want to put like a plastic cap, like a plastic conditioner cap. It's a little thin plastic cap. Put it on there, and then put the dome cap on top of the plastic cap, so that when you make your wig, all of your glue won't seep through and get on your mannequin head and, you know, mess up your mannequin head. That's just a tip. Okay, let's comb through the hair some, because you want to make sure that it don't get tangled up, you know, because sometimes some of the glue can seep down into the hair. So you want to make sure you kind of comb through it. But when you comb through it, make sure you hold the track so that it won't come unglued. So I'm moving over here to the side, and you guys, this hair that I'm using, it's nice hair, but it's not super thick. It's not super heavy. So that's why I'm putting the tracks really close together. So you can determine that too when you make your wig, or if you decide to make one or not. I'm not sure, but hopefully you'll give it a try. That's why I'm going to be putting more tutorials on here. But anyway, yeah, it just depends on how thick you want your wig to be. Like if you want it really, really thick, then of course you're going to use a heavier texture of hair. And you also are going to put the tracks close together. So every time you lay down a track, every time you place a track and you glue it down, you definitely want to blow dry it, because you want it to not slide. You want it to stay put where you put the track at. You don't want to be moving it all over. You know, you don't want it shifting or anything like that. So once you lay the track on where you place it where you want it to be, then you definitely want to blow dry it, so that glue will seal up and be secure, and it won't move. You won't have to worry about that. So you guys, that was just a reminder to subscribe to my channel, also to click the bell, you guys. So looking for more subscribers. I've been on YouTube for over 2 years, and I have almost 450 videos on here, believe it or not. I don't believe that number myself, but I have over 400 videos on here, because that's how passionate I am about this channel. I'm not the one who start off something and then don't finish. So I'm not saying that anything about anybody else, but my goal is to keep my channel going. You know, I do have different playlists. The easiest way to find what you want to see on my channel is just to go to the playlist. I have them broken down. You know, whenever I start a new playlist, you'll see it there. If you have any suggestions or any playlist you want me to start, just drop it in the comments below, in the comments. Also, you know, if you have any feedback or suggestions or any kind of videos you want me to see, put that down there. But definitely, you guys, love YouTube. I love doing this. Like I said, I'm retired now, so I'm not in the salon anymore. So that's why you see me working on a mannequin. I do want to do more tutorials, but on a live person, so you'll see that coming. But stay tuned for that. And I hope you guys decide to subscribe to my channel. Please do. Again, I have over 400 videos on here, so once you join, it's a plethora of stuff you can see. So you guys, I'm still laying the tracks, you see, as you see. And then you guys, I turn it to the front now. So now I'm in the front. So you'll see how I continue to lay these tracks. So I'm in the front, you guys. I'm laying the tracks, and I'm being ever so careful to make sure that, you know, I seal them down good. I blow dry it good. Make sure the track is glued down really tight and secure. So I'm continuing to work my way around the head. So now I'm taking another track, and I'm going kind of like ear to ear, and then I'm cutting it. And again, I'm putting those tracks close together because I want the wig to be thick. So you guys, I'm continuing to work myself up the head, up the dome cap. And you guys, you want to definitely make sure again that every time you glue a track on, you want to make sure you blow dry the track. That's with every single track. You want to make sure you do that, because you want to make sure that it stays in place and that it's secure. Because trust me, the tracks can slide loose, or they can slide out of position, so you don't want that. So now I'm showing you the back of the wig. I was in the back. I started off in the back, then I went to the front. Now I'm in the back again, you guys. Now my whole goal, you guys, is going to be, and your whole goal is to work your way all the way up the dome cap, because you're going to start at the bottom like you saw me do, and you're working your way all the way up. And you see the hair looks pretty. It looks beautiful already. You just going to work your way up. You're going to take a bundle. I ended up using, I showed you guys 3 bundles. So you guys, I had a 14, a 16, and an 18 inch, but I ended up using, I think it was 4 entire bundles, because I wanted the wig to look kind of full. And then it was time for me to make another wig for myself. Anyway, I usually try to make myself a new wig like about every 3 months or so. So I'm still continuing to do the same exact thing, you guys. It's really simple. That's why it's called a DIY, do-it-yourself wig cap. You can do it. It's not hard to do. Not hard to do at all. All I'm doing is putting a glue. I'm placing the track. I'm sizing up the track, how the size I want the track. I cut it. I put the glue on. I apply it to the dome cap, and then I blow dry. Again, the blow drying it just makes the glue dry, and it just seals it in and keeps it in place. And make sure you hold it in place like I'm doing, you see, with my finger, and then you blow it. You hold it in place until you know it's secure. And if you guys have any questions about this, you know, when you're watching this video, please just drop them down below. I always answer my questions. So I welcome any questions that you may have, or any kind of advice or suggestions or anything. Anything, any videos you want to see. So again, that dome cap, the dome cap, you guys, is pretty secure. Some people may think it looks like it's hot, but really, in all honesty, it's not hot at all, in my opinion. And to me, it's very sturdy, so it's kind of a good way to have a sturdy wig cap. So you see I'm circling this thing around. I'm turning it around so you could see all sides of it, every angle. I was just showing you guys how it looks. So now I'm just continuing to go in a circle all around the head. But you see, at first I was not going in a circle, but once I start getting up, making my way up the head, you want to start going into a circle, as you see me doing. Just continue to watch and you'll see. Trust me, this is not hard to do. That's why I'm calling it beginner friendly. It's DIY. So I'm continuing to go in a circle. It's nothing, it's not a big deal. Just still going in that circle. Still DIY. Still, this is still easy. This is not hard to do. DIY, you guys. So now I'm giving you guys a kind of better view. I slowed the video back down a little bit. And now I'm showing you right on top of the head because I'm still going in a circle. And the reason that you want to go in a circle, you guys, is because when you close it off with the little closure part at the top, it's going to be a circle. So you can't put anything in a circle if you won't be able to do the closure up at the top correctly unless you do this in a circle. So that's why you see me going in a circle all the way around the head. So I've zoomed in a little bit more. I just want to make sure you guys can see what I'm doing. Just still going in that circle. Still measuring out my tracks. Still cutting my tracks. Still putting the glue on and going in that circle. I'm going to continue in this method all the way up until I finish. So I hope you guys are loving my purple nails. If any of you know me, you know I'm a huge Prince fan. So I just got my nails done today, actually, or yesterday. I got them done Saturday, which was yesterday. Today is Sunday. Making this video early in the morning. And so you can get a good view right now of this circle. And again, these purple nails, y'all, is setting it off. So you're going to continue in this circle, you guys, all the way up. You're not going to do anything differently. You're just going to circle, circle, circle. Circle, circle, circle. Just keep going around in a circle. And so you guys, when you start getting up closer to the top where you're almost done, which that's where I'm at right now, you want to make sure that when you glue it down and you put it on, you want to make sure it's flat, because you definitely don't want any humps at the top of the wig, right? You don't want that. So that's why you see me being more meticulous at the top, because you want the wig to be flat on the top. So you want to make sure these tracks are laying down flat. You want to make sure you blow it to get it dry, and you want to make sure that it's flat. So you're going to see me being a little bit more meticulous and careful. So you see I'm making sure it's down. I'm being more particular, because this is the top of the head. Nobody want a lumpy, humpy, bumpy wig, especially at the top, because if you do that, it's going to be very visible. So you want to take your time, you guys. When you get up to the top of the head, you want to take your time, because again, if you don't lay the tracks right and you don't make sure they're placed down smoothly and securely, you're going to end up with a lumpy wig. And don't nobody want no humped up wig at the top of their head. Don't nobody want no humped up wig, y'all. So you see me being more particular, more meticulous, and more careful and cautious about how I lay them tracks in, because I'm at the top. Again, don't no sister want no lumpy wig. You want it flat. So take your time, go ahead and place it. Make sure it's down there on there flat and smooth, and then blow dry it. Okay, now I'm going to place some more glue, because I'm not going to cut the track anymore. Like once I start closing it off, what a stylist call closing it, which that's what I'm doing now. You don't want to cut the track at all. You just want to keep going in a circle. So I go about a third of an inch with the glue, and then I place it down. You don't want to put the glue all the way down to the end of the track, because then you're going to make a mess. So you put the glue maybe about a third of the way down or so, and then you glue that section on. You glue it down, the section that you just put the glue on. Then you want to make sure it's flat. Then you want to blow it, because once you blow it, then it's not going to move, because it's going to be glued down. Again, at the top, you want to make sure it's safe and secure and it's flat. Because again, you don't want a lumpy, humped up wig at all. So you see me still taking my time. There's no hurry. So then you're going to put a little bit more glue. And you're going to go on around and place that. But little small sections at a time, you guys. Don't put too much glue. Because if you go all the way down the track with the glue, then you're going to end up making a mess. Because all the glue going to get in the hair. It ain't going to be cute. So just maybe a third of the way down, like you see me doing. And then you glue that down. You place it. So I see that I need to put a little more glue. So that's what I'm doing. Okay, and then you just place that. You place it where you want it, because you about to close it off in a minute. You see I'm at the top now. So you still want to keep blow drying. It's a method to the madness, you guys. If you follow that same thing where you measure, you cut, you glue, you place it, and you blow dry it. Follow those steps all the way till you finish the wig, and you'll be good. Once you get to the top, you want to be more careful, more cautious. You want to take your time, because you want the wig to lay flat. So again, you guys, you want to just keep placing the glue, just in little small little sections. Not too much glue. And then you just lay it down, but you be very careful, because you don't want, if you don't be meticulous and be cautious, you're gonna get a lot of glue in the wig, in the hair, It's not gonna lay flat, so that's why I keep reiterating this, because this is a DIY project for you. If that's what you want to do, if you're trying to make your own wig, then I want to make sure I tell you to take great extra care where you need to be taking great care, because at the end of the day, I want the wig to turn out right. So if you make some little minor errors in the back, nobody can see that. But at the top, if you making errors at the top where you putting too much glue or it's not flat, it's gonna be noticeable. So that's why I'm making sure I keep reiterating that, so you can be cognizant of that and you can be careful, and so your wig can turn out beautifully and you can be proud of yourself, girl. What? Be proud, shout it. So you continuing. I'm not doing anything different, you guys. I'm just going in that circle that I told you about. So I'm actually going to continue to go in a circle. I'm going to continue to go in a circle until I'm completely done. Just keep watching. So I'm doing good, moving right along. So what I want to do is take my finger, as you can see my beautiful purple nails, and I want to take my finger and I want to hold down that closure part that I placed there, because just going in a circle, because I don't want it to come loose. So I kind of hold it down while I comb the hair out so it won't move and shift. That's all I'm doing. So it's other ways too, like if you're not comfortable making your own closure like what I'm doing here, then you can just buy. They have closures in a beauty supply store that you can buy. So you can make a wig and then just place the store-bought closure on top where it's already made, if you don't want to do this what I'm doing. But trust me, you guys, this ain't hard. I'm just going in a circle. It's other ways I can do the closure too. I know several different ways, but I'm just doing it this way for this video. But I just thought about it, if you're not comfortable making it like this, the way that I'm doing it here, then you can just buy the closure that's already made in your local beauty supply store, and you can just put that on. But buy the closure first so that you will see what size the closure is, and that way you'll know, how much space to leave out to put the closure on. So you won't close it up and then look back and be like, oh, I closed the wig up too far. Now I got to take some of this hair off, some of these tracks out. But this way that I'm doing it, it's easy. And, practice makes perfect. So, don't get nervous or have no fear. Just go ahead and make it. And push come to shove. If you don't like how you make the closure part, just take it loose and buy you a beauty supply closure. It's that simple. Y'all, my nails, they jumping off the page, y'all. They jumping on the screen. So I got a little bitty small hole there. Let me try to zoom in some. So all I'm doing here is just finishing off the closure. I'm almost finished with it. And I placed some glue right there in the middle. That's what you see. So now I'm just blow drying like always, like I told you guys. So I usually do the closure a little bit differently. I usually make my own closure. I'm sure you've seen stylists do that, where we make it and then make it in a circle and then we make it flat with a flat iron. But I just decided just to do it like this time. And so I'm just continuing to go into a circle until I just close it off. That's all I'm doing. Plus I get the opportunity to show you guys my beautiful nails. So yeah, you can pretty much see that circle right here. So now I'm just cutting it because I'm finished. And you can see that little glue right there. I still got some glue right there. So now I'm going to just close it on off. So all you do, you guys, is all I'm doing is I'm continuing to go into that circle until that last piece of that track is in there. And then for me, I don't know what other stylists do, but for me, so I'm just cutting. I had a little excess. I'm cutting that off. Make sure you don't cut the track of hair that's going to be left on the wig. So then I take my rat tail comb, the little pointed part, and then I kind of push it down in there, down in that hole, like what you see me doing down in the closure hole, to make sure it's completely sealed up and it's secure down in there. And so I push it with my comb. That's just something I do. I don't know what other stylists do, but this is how I do mine. And usually, like I said, I make my own closure, and but I didn't do it that way this time. This time I just continued in a circle because I figured it'll be easier to show you guys how to do this way than making my own closure and all that. Because this way it's not hard. You see, I just went in a circle. So again, you want to make sure it's down in that hole, really secure. You want to keep it. You want to keep pushing it down with your comb and everything else. Then you want to take that rat tail comb and push it to make sure that track is in there good. And then you can see a little bit of glue, but it's gonna, trust me, it'll disappear once it dries out. It'll disappear. So the whole goal, you want it to be flat. And you see it looks flat. So I'm giving you some different angles. So I'm just showing you that it's flat at the top. And that's your DIY wig cap. This is your DIY wig cap. Girl, I told you could do it. I told you, girl. I have faith and trust in you. So now I'm just combing it out with a brush, and then I'm going to use a wide tooth comb. I prefer body wave hair because it holds a curl. Straight hair don't hold a curl as well because it's made to be straight. But body wave hair, it can be straight, or if you curl it, the curls will stay and they'll hold a little bit better. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, click the bell, all that good stuff. So I'm just cutting a piece of white stuff that I saw on the wig. So any other tutorials you guys want to see, all you got to do is just drop it down below. That's all you got to do. So I appreciate you watching this video. Comment, like, subscribe, and please share. See, I made it nice and thick. It's going to be my wig. 14, 16, 18. And like I said, I did about 4 tracks, 3.5. See you guys on the next video.